I was doing my nails and I saw a bunch of TikToks about the new AI mix feature on TikTok, and I have thoughts that I've had for the last couple of years, and I think that this plays into it. So, the American government said that they needed to interfere in TikTok operations in the US because they feel like it had too much influence on young people, and they explicitly said one of the reasons that they felt they had too much influence was because of the response of Gen Z to the Palestinian genocide that Israel are committing. And they outright said, you know, you guys aren't really believing the bullshit excuses that we're giving you about why we're allowing this genocide to happen, and we can't have that. We can't have you having independent thoughts. So they purchased it. Well, they forced the sale and it eventually went through. But from 2024 until now, I've been noticing that content moderation on TikTok has pretty much disappeared. Like any video that you go on now, even like the most asinine childish shit, the comments are going to be inundated by hate speech. And you know, TikTok used to be super uber duper strict and nip that type of thing in the bud, and now it no longer does. You know, you could be watching Barney content and there's the Fourth Reich is trying to, you know, set up a fucking rally in the comment section. And you know it's bots as well, because they'll say something like super inflammatory and then not respond to a single comment, which is very bot behavior. So that's one side. They've made TikTok very uncomfortable to use for people who have a brain in their head, because if you have a brain in your head, you're not ignoring that. The second arm of this attack is the type of content that's being pushed. Now, I don't know if this is anyone else's experience, but I keep getting really asinine, shallow, you know, not very information dense, that type of content. Just really silly pranks and like really weird food stuff. And no matter how much I select not interested, it's like every second or third day my For You page is being refreshed with a new mix of just nonsense. And my For You page has become very white. I don't avoid white people's content. I don't avoid it. It's just, you know, a lot of the things that I care about are experiences that are, you know, mostly marginalized people will understand. So white people who are usually on my For You page are either queer or they're, you know, open leftists or they're disabled. And now I'm getting a bunch of like white family content, which, you know, there is a bias towards white creators anyway, but on TikTok recently it's become absolutely insane. There are some black cultural commentators that I've had to actively look for because I hadn't seen them in months, despite following them. I've also noticed a bunch of I'm following a bunch of people that I've never ever seen their content before. So that's the second prong. They're trying, I think, to probe how much effort we're willing to make to control the digital environments that we sit in. So I'm selecting not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. I'm doing that over and over again. And I wonder if other people are doing that too. And maybe, you know, the big thinkers in the Fourth Reich that's taken up in America are maybe getting a bit frustrated that people keep insisting that they should have control over their For You pages. So the third strike, which is this blitzkrieg tactic, where they force AI mixes onto everyone. If you are a content creator who makes like left-wing content and you're explicitly supporting Palestine, what are the chances that you're going to be comfortable with the 1,000 videos you have on TikTok having AI mixed content? It's unlikely, because a lot of leftists are also very skeptical about AI usage. So they're weaponizing our AI skepticism and making this really incredibly labor intensive task where you have to go through each video individually to remove it. I think they're trying to force people off the platform, because a reasonable person would say, I'm not willing to let my content be used in that type of way. I'm going to remove my content. So in one fell swoop, they will have removed a huge amount of videos that are in support of Palestine, and it's just going to get wiped off the trends. Those videos aren't going to be pushed out, and they'll achieve their primary objective of taking control over TikTok, which is removing the support of Gen Z. And then when you couple that with the disgusting, dehumanizing videos, like the really explicit content that we're seeing coming out of Palestine, I think there's a reason why that content is pushed to us, because they're trying to desensitize us to what they're clearly doing, which is trying to, you know, have a last attempt at getting the last remaining Palestinians out of Israel. I mean, look at the West Bank right now, and when's the last time you saw a video on Gaza? The only people who are thinking these days are Nazis. Where where are the big thinkers? Like, I keep waiting for like this like big cultural revolution to happen, and yeah, I don't know. I think they might actually win this one.